Bihari Jaya. Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Thank you. Jamuna Thiravana Chari. Jamuna Thiravana Chari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jamuna Thiravana Chari. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane. Trinadapi Sunichena Taror Iva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Harer Nama Eva Kevalam. Kalo Nastyeva Gatir Anyata. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa Adigo Bhakta Brinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome everyone. May Lord Nrsimha bless you and protect you. Last month, in March, I spoke about Lord Ram. At that time, I opened my lecture by saying that as soon as you mention Lord Ram, in the next breath you have to mention Hanuman. Similarly, as soon as you mention Nrsimha Dev, everybody say, you have to mention Prahlad. They go together, hand and glove. So, like last time, I found this wonderful excerpt from a book known as Brihad Bhagavatamrita. The Brihad Bhagavatamrita is spoken, you can say, right after Shukadeva Goswami finishes his speaking of Bhagavatam to King Parikshit. But it seems that there was some time before the Takshaka snake bird was coming to kill. So when Shukadev finished, Parikshit's mother, Uttara, she came and she begged Parikshit, please explain what you just learned from Shukadeva Goswami. And thus, we have this book, Brihad Bhagavatamrita. So I'm going to talk about mostly Prahlad, but if Prahlad is mentioned, Nrsimha Bhagavan will also be mentioned. In this way, we will elevate our consciousness, and before you know it, it'll be time for Sharira Vidya Jal, time for Mahaprasade Govinde, Nama Brahmane Vaishnave, Swalpapanya Vatarajan, Vishvasu Naivaj. That is the process of devotional service anyone can accept. No problem. So first, let's chant some nice mantras, worshiping how Lord Nrsimha is here in his Ugra form. Om Nrsimhaya Vidmahe Vajranakaya Dhimahi Tanna Singha Prachodayat. This is a Gayatri mantra because of the word Vidmahe Dhimahi. That signifies a Gayatri. Please repeat. Let us meditate on Nrsimhadev. This is supposed to be audience participation. Uh-oh, I know why. I forgot. As I always do, I always forget. Everybody chant Hare Krishna for a few moments. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Class is in session. Please repeat, everyone. Let us meditate on Nrsimhadev, the lightning-nailed Lord. May that transcendental lion enthuse our thinking. Vajranakaya vidmahe tikshna dhimahi tanno Narasingha prachodayat. Please repeat. Let us meditate on Nrsimhadev, who is known as the possessor of nails, as hard as thunderbolts, and he also has sharp teeth. Let us be enthused, prachodayat, by Lord Narasingha. Very good. So you get a dell. You woke up. Thank you. Okay, there's just a few more prayers. Please repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasinghaya. And if I could have my mridanga player. Shri Nrsimha, Jaya Nrsimha, Jaya Jaya Nrsimha Bolo. Shri Nrsimha, Jaya Nrsimha, Jaya Jaya Nrsimha. Prakladesha Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa. Prakladesha Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa. Please repeat. All glories to Nrsimhadev. All glories to Nrsimhadev, who is the Lord of Prahlad Maharaj, and who is like a honeybee, always engaged in beholding the lotus-like face of the goddess of fortune. Now our next mantra is by Prahlad, found in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And this is to give you a blessing. Everybody loves blessings, right? Yes. Swasti astu vishvasya kala prasidatang dhyayantu bhutani shivang mitho diya manascha badram bhajatad adhokshaje. Everybody say adhokshaje. Aveshyatang no matir api ahituki. This name Adhoksaja is, I love this name Adhoksaja. God has Namnamakari Bahuda, millions and millions of names. Each name has a specific potency. But the meaning of Adhoksaja means that God is that entity who your material senses impossible to ascertain. No material instrument. He cannot be revealed by material means. But he will, out of his causeless mercy, reveal himself, as Nrisingha did at the right time, keeping all of Lord Brahma's benedictions to Hiranyakashipu in check at the right moment. As you see, there he is. Please repeat. May there be good fortune throughout the universe. Yes, this class should be on all the news stations right now. All of them, even the fake one. All of them should be broadcasting this message. Please repeat. And may all envious persons be pacified. May all living entities become calm. By practicing bhakti yoga. For by accepting devotional service, they will think of each other's welfare. Therefore, let us all engage in the service of the supreme transcendence, Lord Sri Krishna, and always remain absorbed in thought in Adhoksaja. Is that my old friend Sunanda Das? Oh, this devotee Sunanda Das, when I first entered the Brooklyn Temple in March, April of 1973, there was one devotee girl, Omkar. She opened the door. And as soon as I entered the temple, Sunandan Das and a godbrother, Bhakti Vinod, they were chanting japa. And they looked like military men. They were very serious with their japa. I was like, wow. So thank you for being a good disciple of our spiritual master. Guy. Okay, so we begin this Bhagavatamrita class, Brihad, with words from Lord Shiva, Mahesh Mahadev. He's speaking to his brother, Narada Muni. My dear Narada, because of your eagerness to see the dearest devotees of Krishna, I tell you now to sit down, and I shall whisper in your ear a great secret. Please hear this with absolute confidence. There is a greater recipient of Krishna's mercy, more than your father, Lord Brahma, more than me, and other servants like Garuda, and even more than the goddess of fortune. His name, Prahlad. So just see, Lord Shiva is telling Narada, oh, you think I have received the topmost mercy from Krishna? Nope. Prahlad has gotten more mercy than me. He is famous throughout the world as the dearmost devotee of Krishna. Surely, Narada, you haven't forgotten the Supreme Lord's words about this. You must have heard about them in the Puranas. And you must remember the following verse spoken by Lord Narayan to Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni had cursed a devotee, Ambarish. And so the Lord sent his Sudarshana Chakra to kill Durvasa. So Durvasa fled, and the Sudarshan Chakra was chasing him. And wherever Durvasa Muni went, he went to Lord Brahma. Brahma said, oh, I can't save you. That's the Sudarshan Chakra. And Durvasa also went to whom he is expanded from, Lord Shiva. Durvasa Muni is expansion of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva said, I can't save you. That's the Sudarshan Chakra. So then Durvasa Muni went to Lord Narayan. And Lord Narayan said, Naham atmanam ashaste, madbhaktai sadubir vina, sriyam atyantikang vapi, yeshang gatir ahang para. What did Narayan tell Durvasa? He said, don't you know, in my heart, I only know my devotees. Why? Because in my devotees' heart, they know only me. That is what we call compact of love. So Lord Narayan frankly told Durvasa, I cannot retract my Sudarshan Chakra. You offended my devotee, Ambarish. But you go back to Ambarish, you beg his forgiveness. If he forgives you, my Sudarshan Chakra will desist. Durvasa Muni fled. He just made a beeline and fell at Ambarish's feet. Now, this whole thing took 1 year. And Durvasa, for 1 year, didn't move from the spot where Durvasa had cursed him. He was waiting. So after 1 year, when Durvasa came, Ambarish told Sudarshan Chakra, stop. And he forgave Durvasa Muni. But Durvasa Muni heard from Narayan how his devotees are everything. So Lord Shiva continues, the Lord's divine personal form is the source of all the demigods, including myself. Just see what Lord Shiva is saying. He knows that he comes from Lord Vishnu. But the Lord considers his own body worthless compared to the value of his devotees. Who is fit to praise the Lord's devotees? Moreover, among those countless devotees, Prahlad stands out as the example of perfection. The Lord himself has described Prahlad in this way. Prahlad's good fortune is inconceivable. So now we're going to get some Leela of Nrsinga. Like I said, as soon as you bring in Prahlad, you're going to hear. You can look as I speak at either the Murti form or the picture. When the Lord tore apart Hiranyakashipu, I myself and all the other demigods and even Goddess Lakshmi witnessed with our own eyes the incomparable good fortune of Prahlad. Lord Vishnu tried many times to offer Prahlad boons, but Prahlad even refused to ask to be liberated. Indeed, Prahlad chose only pure devotion. So therefore, I myself bow down before Prahlad. Technically, what happened was, Lord Nrsimha was roaring after killing Hiranyakashipu, and one by one, all the demigods came to calm down the Lord. But Lord Shiva couldn't do it, Indra couldn't do it, Brahma couldn't. All the demigods offered their prayers, Nrsimha was still roaring. Then Brahma told Lakshmi, come on, he's your husband. Certainly he'll calm down. She goes, oh no, I've never seen him like this. I'm not going in front of my husband like this. So then Brahma, he's, all right, Prahlad, do something. And as you see in the picture, Prahlad has the garland. He puts the garland on the Lord and then pays full obeisances. Then Lord Nrsimha stops his roaring and he puts his hand on Prahlad's head, blessing. Who would like Nrsimha's hand on their head? Yeah, not on your stomach, like you're on no, on your head, blessing. Yes, everyone's hand should be up. He's not going to kill you if you're a devotee. He only kills the demons. Any demons in here? Only devotees are here. So then, after the Lord touched Prahlad's head, Prahlad offered a stream of about 44 prayers. So Lord Nrsimha, he wanted to give Prahlad benedictions, and Prahlad said, my Lord, I'm not a vanik. I'm not a merchant. I love you because you're my Lord, and I am your servant. That satisfies me. I don't need anything else. But Lord Nrsimha insisted, no, Prahlad, you suffered so much on my account. Take a benediction. So what did Prahlad said? Okay, if I must take a benediction, then I pray that no more in my heart is there a trace of material desire. That's called Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotion, no motive, causeless, out of love. That's what we all aspire. When we chant the Maha Mantra, but I forgot it. What's the Maha Mantra? Very good. Thank you for reminding me. So it's the same thing. We're asking the Lord, please, Radha, Mother Hara, engage me in the service of your Lord and Master, Krishna. So now, Lord Shiva is continuing. My dear Naradaji, Bali Maharaj violated spiritual etiquette by disobeying the order of his spiritual master, Shukra Acharya, and failing to be true to his own words. Still, as we know, the Lord agreed to become the doorkeeper at Bali's house. Yes, after the whole incident with Vamana and Bali, yes, Indra regained the heavenly planets, and Bali was punished to go down to the lower range of the universe. Yes, Indra got heaven, but Bali got Vamana. Yes. So who won out? Ask yourself. So, was that simply the fruit of Bali's insignificant charity? For the Lord also granted protection to the wicked Bana Asura. Was that the result of my offering the Lord prayers? Yes. You'll read, we've heard in the Krishna book, that Banasura was almost like a son of Lord Shiva. He had gotten a benediction of 1,000 arms. So he would play drums. That's a lot of, talk about a drum circle. That's very popular now. And Lord Shiva used to dance, because anyone who knows, he loves to dance. So Bana would play drums with his 1,000 arms. But Bana offended Krishna's, I think, grandson, Aniruddha. Yes, his grandson. So there was some fight. And Krishna was so nice with Lord Shiva, because Lord Shiva had to take the side of his son Bana. So Shiva is the best devotee. So Krishna didn't really want to fight him. So Krishna put a mystic power, and Lord Shiva started to yawn and fell asleep. So there was no actual fight. Then later, Lord Shiva sent his weapon, Shivadwar, and it was burning everything up. So Krishna manifested the Narayanajwar, supreme cold. And so the supreme cold counteracted the supreme heat, and the Shivadwar begged forgiveness of the Vishnu Dwar. Then Lord Shiva, Krishna was about to kill Bana Asura. Lord Shiva interceded. But what did Krishna do? Remember, he had 1,000 arms. So Krishna said, well, you know what? This Banasura is a little puffed up. I'm going to cut off 996 arms. I won't kill him, but he's too puffed up, so 4 arms is enough. So Lord Shiva, what could he do? So in this way, Krishna lopped off 996 arms. Banasura, finally came to his senses, surrendered to Krishna, and his daughter Usha was united with Aniruddha, and they lived happily ever after. No, in both cases, the Lord acted out of affection for Prahlad, his most beloved devotee. And the reason for that is, the reason why Krishna didn't kill Bali Maharaj, who is grandson of Prahlad, and he didn't kill Banasura, who was the grandson of Prahlad. The reason the Lord didn't kill them was because after killing Hiranyakashipu, the Lord told Prahlad, never again in your dynasty will I kill anyone. So he kept his promise. He didn't kill Bali, and he didn't kill Bana Asura. What more can I say about this? In the presence of Mother Gauri, the close friend of the goddess Lakshmiji, means Lord Shiva is speaking with his wife right there to Narada. So my dear Prahlad, go quickly to the planet of Sutala. Offer Prahlad your countless blessings. Embrace him, and also tell him, I embrace him also, again and again. So, after hearing this, Narada takes leave of Lord Shiva and goes to see Prahlad in Sutala. At that time, Prahlad was in a secluded place, and he was absorbed in loving meditation upon the Lord. Seeing Narada approaching from a distance, Prahlad quickly stood up and then offered prostrated obeisances as his spiritual master came by. So this is interesting. Narada is Prahlad's guru. Now he's going to his disciple to get blessings. Pretty good, huh? Yes. With some effort, Prahlad induced Narada to accept a seat and began to worship his spiritual master according to standard rules. But Narada was feeling reverence for Prahlad, so he refused the worship. Instead, Narada was shedding tears of joy, and he wanted to embrace Prahlad. Wow. I would love to have been embraced by Prabhupada. Some, I think, didn't one of us got that? So I think somebody, I know he rubbed Ganesham, his head. I don't know if anyone got his embrace. That'd be good to look up. Narada then speaks to his disciple. Now, after so long, I have finally seen you. You, the true recipient of Krishna's full mercy. Now my efforts have borne fruit. Because this whole thing started, Narada was on a journey. He was starting step by step. He found some devotee king, some Brahman, and each one was saying, no, there's someone more fortunate than me. So he got as far as Lord Shiva. Now Lord Shiva has referred to Prahlad. And as I said last time, who did Prahlad refer to? Hanuman. Very good. Somebody pays attention. I like that. Yes. Prahlad referred him to Hanuman. And somebody asked me, who did Hanuman refer to? Yes. And who did Hanuman refer to? The Pandavas. Hanuman said, the Pandavas have received more mercy than me. And he gave explanation. Oh, my dear disciple, from your very childhood, you have been endowed with pure devotion for Krishna. Such spontaneous love has never been seen anywhere before. Yes, you will read in the Bhagavatam that even at the age of 5, Prahlad would sometimes feel the touch of Krishna's hand on his hand. Wow, can you imagine that? Age of 5. Krishna was touching his hand sometimes. By virtue of that pure devotion, you overcame terrible obstacles and thousands of outrages your father committed against you. And by your influence, all the demons became devotees. Because after Prahlad passed Nrsingadev's examination, Nrsingadev still blessed Prahlad. He said, I want you to now be the king of the demons. And then you would say, well, why would the Lord do that? Because the Lord always wants his devotees to do service and to preach. So the Lord had a plan. Prahlad, you will rule over the demons, but I will protect you. You won't fall down. I will protect you. So as it says here by Lord Shiva, simply by Prahlad's influence, they became not so horrible. While you were immersed in meditation on Krishna, you seemed to forget your own existence. Like a madman, you danced and sang and called out loudly while your body trembled. Let's all cry out to Krishna. Hey Krishna! Hey Krishna! Come on. Get into it. Put your heart and soul. Hey, Krishna.
Hey, Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Very good. Yes. Give it. In this way, you spread devotional service unto Lord Vishnu, delivering all the worlds from the cycle of material life and filling them with joy. Yes, Prahlad's very name, joyful. When Lord Krishna appeared as Nrsingadev on the shore of the ocean, he placed you on his lap and caressed you like a mother. Oh, can you just envision that? Oh. Thus, Nrsingadev honored you, ignoring Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and all the other demigods offering prayers. He even ignored Lakshmi, goddess Padma. Brahma was terrified and begged you to approach Nrsinga. And when you fell at the Lord's divine lotus feet, Nrsingadev stood up and raised you from the ground. Lord Nrsinga put his Tavakara Kamala, lotus hand, upon your head. Oh, listen to this. And the Lord began to lick your entire body. Isn't this amazing, this detailed information? When Lord Hari, with most attractive and clever enticements, tried to offer you his supreme abode, you showed no interest in liberation, which is prayed for even by Lord Brahma, and what to speak of everyone else. But rather, you asked only for devotion to the Lord, birth after birth. That is the mark of pure devotion. That is what Lord Chaitanya also teaches us in his Shikshashtakam. Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatad Bhaktir Ahoituki Twai. Lord Chaitanya's fourth instruction. I don't want wealth from you, Krishna. I don't want a beautiful wife, a beautiful residence. I don't want popularity. None. And then Lord Chaitanya said, Janmanij, I will take birth after birth, that's okay, but I ask for one thing. I want a salary, but not money. A salary of pure devotion. If you go to your boss, boss, I don't want any money, I just want pure devotion. You're not going to say that to your boss. No, and you shouldn't. Your boss is not worthy of the same kind of love that we give Krishna. But for Krishna, yes, my Lord, I love you, and birth after birth, I want the salary of ecstatic love. All in favor say, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Responding to your Lord's love, you agreed to assume your father's throne. And as you told Nrsingadev in your prayers, by doing this, you wish to help deliver all people. You are still on that royal seat, fixed in meditation on Lord Nrsinga. So this is instructive, because 90% of us here are grihastas. We're not living in an ashram. So we have so many responsibilities and jobs. So Prahlad perfectly demonstrates a verse in the Bhagavad Gita where Krishna tells Arjuna in chapter 8 that I want you to fight this battle and at the same time go on thinking and remembering me. So that is how we live our lives. Yes, you may be a student, you may be a mother, you may be an engineer, a doctor, a boss, whatever you are, doesn't matter. Do your duty, but remember Krishna. And that is why we get up early in the morning and we begin our meditation by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Now listen to some more interesting things here. Also, you once went to the Naimisharanya forest to have darshan of Lord, everybody say, Narayan, who is also known as Pita Vasa. Can you say that? The Lord in yellow dress. Yes, it seems Krishna and Narayan, they like that yellow dress. Somebody once asked, why is Krishna darkish blue? And the answer, because that's what he likes. So he wears that yellow cloth. Some people say the reason why he wears yellow cloth is because of his most beloved. Who's his most beloved? Radharani. And she is Tapta Kanchana Gorangi, molten gold. Now, to confirm that, what color is Radha's sari? Dark blue. Why do you think? Because her love is, what's his name? Krishna. Come on, everybody say. Krishna. Thank you. You must all be very hungry. That must be. You want me to, but they won't serve for another 10 minutes, so you're stuck with me. All right? So Parikshit is talking to his mother Uttara. So now he says, Narada, okay, what does it say? So it says here, Narada tells Prahlad, while on the road, you satisfied the Lord once, who was disguised as a sannyasi. And the way it worked out, the Lord, disguised as a sannyasi, picked a fight with Prahlad. And somehow or other, Prahlad pleased the Lord and he revealed himself that I'm not this sannyasi, it's me. And the Lord told you, Prahlad, yes, I am always conquered by you. Because that's Krishna's nature. He loves to be conquered by his devotees. Towards the end of the year, when we, for 1 month, meditate on Damodar Leela, same thing. Why did Yashoda, why was she able to tie up Krishna? Because at first Krishna said, no, you can't tie me up. Get all the rope in the universe. You're not going to tie me up. I'm Ananta. Everybody say. Ananta. I am unlimited. Can you tie up the sky? No. So you cannot tie up Krishna. But when Yashoda exerted so much energy and practically she became flustered and flabbergasted, Krishna said, okay, now you can tie me up. And then after Krishna was tied up, he was thinking, my mother, she's tied me up because I do some nonsense. I do some mischief. I'm going to do more. So he looked out the courtyard and he saw these 2 trees. He goes, oh yeah, my devotee Narada cursed those trees. They're actually the 2 sons of Kuvera. And Narada wants me to bless them. That's another point. The only reason Krishna knocked down the 2 trees was to please Narada. That's why one of Krishna's names, everybody say, Bhakta Vatsala. This is what I love about this philosophy. God is presented as a loving person. The way I was raised before coming to Krishna consciousness, God was somebody to shake in fear. Oh. But when you come to Krishna, yes, you should be afraid of Nisringa. But when it comes to Krishna, Krishna is the loving God. Govinda. Everybody say, Govinda. Govinda. Very nice. So then when Narada said this, that the Lord told Prahlad that he's always conquered, Narada said, actually, he conquers us, meaning all devotees. Krishna is conquered only by love. That is Krishna's kryptonite. Anybody remember Superman? Supposedly he was invincible, but there was one thing, kryptonite. So Krishna also has a kryptonite. And what is it? Love. I love this. This is why I'm a Krishna devotee. God can be conquered by love. Whether you're rich or poor, Krishna doesn't matter. Ask Sudama. Sudama will tell you. You can be a human being. You can be a wanderer like Hanuman. Doesn't matter the body. Doesn't matter caste or creed. No. The only thing Krishna is looking for is your love. That's it. That's why Lord Chaitanya says, beyond moksha, beyond liberation, Krishna prema, love of God. That is the ultimate goal of life. Narada continues now to glorify Prahlad. Your great-grandson, Bali, chief of the Daityas, has also conquered Krishna. By your grace, Bali keeps the Lord as his doorman. Yes, one time, Ravana, he came to conquer the planet Sutala. Now, why wasn't Ravana had conquered the whole universe? But when he tried to conquer Sutala, Ravana was greeted by Vamana, the original soccer player. And Vamana kicked Ravana. Go back to where you came from. Goal! Yes. Is that how they say it? Yeah. Yes, he kicked him. Go back. So Bali was protected from Ravana. So Narada finishes by saying, from now on, I intend to stay here permanently with you. For by your power, I shall certainly be able to overcome the curses I received from Daksha and others. Yes. One time, Narada was cursed by Daksha because Daksha had created 10,000 sons and he wanted them to help create progeny. So anyone who knows, Narada Muni is a transcendental troublemaker. He went to those 10,000 sons and said, why are you doing these austerities? Just to become Prajapatis? Better you try for Krishna. So all those sons gave up the pursuit. They all took sannyas and went back to Godhead. Daksha got a little annoyed. What is Narada doing? So then Daksha created another 1,000 sons. One was known as the Haryashvas. The other was known as the Shabalashvas. I don't know who's who. And so again, Narada went to those 1,000 sons, preached to them, and they all took sannyas. Now Daksha is angry. He's shaking and he goes to Narada. Narada, you are bogus. You're not a sadhu. I'm a sadhu, Daksha. I live strict Vedic householder life. You, Narada, no. I curse you, Narada. Now you will never be able to stay in any one place for too long. And Narada didn't retaliate. And when Daksha was cursing him, Narada just stood there, let him vent out all his anger. And Narada said, this is good, because I'm a sannyasi. If I stay any one place, I might become attached. So this is good. I will take the benediction, but I will still do my transcendental preaching. Yes. Narada Muni, we are studying in our Krishna book how much preaching Narada Muni does. Okay, it's time to end the class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody. So there was not enough time, and I don't want to go for another hour. So I'm going to dismiss this class. But as I mentioned, just in case. So Prahlad then tells Narada, no, I'm not the most fortunate. And he gives all these reasons. And he says, but beyond me, higher than me, Hanuman. And it goes up and up and up. Pandavas, then Uddhava, then ultimately we get to Srimati Radharani. All right, anyone who wants a blessing, you can come up. Otherwise, class is dismissed. Take prasadam. This is an order to your full satisfaction. I will see you hopefully next month if I'm still alive. Jai. Hare Krishna. My Krishna book students. Yes. Jai. Jai.